was Thursday, March 12th, 2020, when the rug was pulled out from underneath me and all of my fellow music colleagues here in Illinois. I was on my way to a parent organization meeting that night, and as I was getting ready to turn the car off and get out to go to the meeting, news broke that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker had just put a stop on all work, all events, all groups of 1,000 or more people. And I thought, And sure enough, that basically meant everything I had in the next several weeks was out. And little did I know it would be several months. About 2 months later, we were still in this pandemic, and I couldn't take it anymore. My kids would be watching Fantasia on the big screen we have downstairs. And I remember Pines of Rome came on, and I just started sobbing. And my daughter and my son were like, "What's wrong with mommy?" And my husband said, "Well, mommy really misses music." And I did. I missed it so much. I missed taking that communal breath when we all start a phrase. I love the sound of the brass, especially in Pines. We're all together and it's so heroic, and I really needed something heroic at that moment. And I really couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so we're 2 months out, almost exactly to the date. And on May 13th, I haphazardly put on my Facebook page, because that's where we all put everything these days, right? Who wants to do a front porch concert? And a lot of people responded, but the people that responded that we could actually put a group together with fairly easily were horn players. And so we decided the four of us would get together to read through music. I joked around last year when we started doing concerts because, this group started as a way for us to feel normal. And so those first few rehearsals, we were very much in our heads, right? We were all like, "Can we remember how to do this? And how do I count? And how does this pitch have to be? The third is supposed to be high or low." And so the first several times we got together, that's kind of how we all were. We were all in our own little boxes, until around the third rehearsal, someone suggested something. I forget what it was. I think it was something like, let's make a crescendo here. And we're all like, "Oh yes, and this line leads to here." And collectively, you could hear us all sigh, and the weight was lifted off our shoulders. And we all thought, wow, we're doing it. We're making music again. And we all just felt like ourselves. And we realized how much we needed this. And as we continued to play in the backyard at Joanna's house, we started to realize how much others needed this, not just musicians. People would pass by and clap. They'd yell requests from over the fence. And before you knew it, we thought, I guess we better put a program together and see what we can do with this.
Hi everyone, my name is Joanna, and here is the backyard. This is where we started, but very quickly we started moving to start playing in local parks. There are a couple different reasons that we went out to the parks. First of all, we were looking for a little bit more shade, so we started at a park that had a wonderful little gazebo. Second, we received feedback from neighbors in the area, and it was a wonderful feeling. We all really started to realize how much as playing music for ourselves felt wonderful, that we could share that with other people, and the people who had heard us so far were really enjoying what we were doing. So that was the second reason I think that we took off to the parks. And the third, we had started putting together this wonderful new summer sort of 4th of July program that we just called Americana. And we were pulling music from, I guess, a whole range of American tunes, American composers, and it felt special to us, and we wanted to be able to share that. So we took off to a park close to me, Wells Park, Portage Park, Winnemac Park. There's a wonderful high school not far away that has an amazing front lawn that had benches, and we were all sitting out there. And it was just a fantastic feeling to have people gathering to listen to music, and we could do it safely. We were all women. We played a solid 6 feet apart, standing 6 feet apart, and it took some adjusting, but it's really been great. And I think being in those parks is really what solidified Rona as an ensemble, and helped us to, and I guess, create the feeling of who we are.
As the pandemic continued, we knew our plans might have to change. We had grand plans for a holiday concert, taping it together, and as things began to spike in the fall, we knew that wasn't going to be possible. So we turned to technology, the thing that saved our work, our school, was now going to save our concert. So we turned first to the Acapella app. I'm sure some of you have used it over the last year and a half. And we found that there were good, not so good, and adaptable things. The good, it was simple to use, easy to get, and there was no need for any fancy equipment. Plus, you had video and some option of some fancy backgrounds that could go with our concerts. The not so good, it favored the low horns and kind of muted the high horns. And there was no real chamber music aspect to it. So there's also the adaptable. So that no chamber music feeling, we found that we could create click tracks that had some ebb and flow. We used Tonal Energy, that tuner and metronome app, to create some click tracks that had some slowdowns and speed ups, so we could still play together without having to try to look at a tiny screen and the movements of maybe the first person that went. This added some musicality and got rid of some of the robotics of recording with the Acapella app. We also learned the editing tools within the app so we could balance things and add some reverb, making it more of a real live experience. We also found that after our first concert, we established more similar setups at our homes, where we were more equidistant from our stands, from our phones, so it was easier to edit when we got to the final product. So as we created these concerts and all of these multiple videos, we knew we would have to have a way to get it to our audience. So we decided to do live streams via Facebook Live. Such a popular platform Facebook is that we knew a lot of people would be available and want to see our concerts on Facebook Live. We also decided to use Zoom via Facebook Live, so all the members of the ensemble could interact with the audience before and after, so we could have more of that live interactive experience. It ended up working really well, and we had lots of good questions from our audience via the chats, and it was a great experience. And then for those who couldn't attend via Facebook Live or wanted to see the concert again, we would post it on our YouTube channel. YouTube is such a great array of concerts and everything. We knew we could save it there and maybe somebody would just happen upon it besides the people who knew about it. One of the most exciting things about using this new platform is we got to add to our ensemble, and we were so happy when our friend Tina Laughlin joined us for these concerts.
So I first heard from the Rona Quartet when my friend Mary Jo sent me an email in late November, I think it was, of 2020. Just like everybody else, I've been not playing any indoor concerts and doing my best to try to figure out how to home record and figuring out Zoom lessons for my students, and just really missing the company of my colleagues that I've worked for and with for many, many years, and just missing the connection of music. So Mary Jo emailed me and said, would you like to add some percussion to some of these pieces? I'm playing with this group, and Jeremiah and John, and we have this other member, Joanna, who's, they're all great horn players and lovely people. So I thought, sure, I'd love to do that. That would be fun. And Mary Jo sent them, and then I heard the different arrangements and would just play something like the tray pack for the Nutcracker was easy because I could just play the tambourine part. That was kind of a no-brainer. But then they played this piece called Hanukkah in Santa Monica. And it was so cute and so silly. And Mary Jo and John did this great job singing. And so I thought, I'm going to add a little bit of bass drum, and I'll add a little bit of snare drum. And wouldn't this line be cute on the glockenspiel? And it was really fun. And I added it. And I sent emails to Mary Jo and text to them, making sure that I understood what to do for the horn transpositions, transpose that to the glockenspiel. And she was good and helped me out with that. And so that was a lot of fun. And then the next concert, I had this beautiful arrangements for me done for already written, already transposed. Yay, already transposed. And then we got to the next concert, the spring concert, and I had even more beautiful arrangements that they had done, that John had done, and Jeremiah had done, and that Joanna had done. And they are so much fun. And I tell them that they don't know that percussion doesn't play the melody. And they still are not hip to this, so they continue to give me the melody. And it's just so wonderful to have a musical line and to play something back and forth with a horn player. So I've really enjoyed them, and I've really enjoyed the arrangements. The horn players themselves are such just kind, giving people. Everybody really has worked together. I've played in a lot of groups, and just it's just been such a pleasant experience to play with these people. They're just easy to work with and great players, and we make great music together. And what else could you ask for?
We're spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica.
Wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea.
I spent Shavuos in East St. Louis.
A charming spot, but clearly not the spot for we.
Those eastern winters I can't endure.
So every year we pack our gear and head out here till Purim.
Rosh Hashanah I spent in Arizona.
And Yom Kippur way down in Mississippi.
But in December there's just one place for me.
Amid the California flora.
I'll be lighting my menorah.
Like a baby in his cradle.
I'll be playing with my dreidel.
Here's to Judas Maccabeus.
Boy, if he could only see us
Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by the sea.
Hi, my name is John, and in addition to playing with the Rona Quartet, I get a lot of satisfaction from writing for the group. Having themed concerts, in the summer we had the Americana program, then we did a holiday program, then we did a concert about love, and then we did a spring concert. Having themes about which we built our programs helps in choosing music, and we do find that we don't have enough music that's been written for the theme to get away without making our own arrangements. So 3 of us so far have contributed arrangements to the group to our great satisfaction. I got really excited in October 2020 when the musical composer and satirist Tom Lehrer announced that he was releasing his lyrics and music to be used as if they were in the public domain. I immediately thought of the tune I'm Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica. It was fun. We decided to do a shout-out chorus. We asked Tina whether she would add percussion parts. And when we heard the result, it was enchanting, and it actually inspired my arrangement of the Bartok Romanian dances, which I wrote for mallet percussion and horn quartet. Here's a secret. I also wrote it so it could be played with just the horn quartet, but really the percussion part adds so much. In choosing music to arrange, there are a few things that I consider. The first question I ask, do I love the music? Is it something I want to arrange, and it's something that I think that we can make convincing for an audience to hear? The second is, how do I divide the parts? I want to share the wealth so that everybody has something interesting in their part to play, because if they don't, they're not going to want to play the piece. Third, I have to think about the pacing. Am I making any part too tiring or for it to fit into a long program? If you think about it, all of our minimum length concert is probably about an hour. So I don't want to waste the chops so that other pieces in the program don't come across well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the results, and we really do love the music that we play.
I'm Leo Schwartz. I'm the composer of the Bagatelles, and I'm very grateful to Rona Quartet for taking the piece under their wings. Just as Rona was created during the pandemic, so was my horn music. I've been a composer for many years and played horn professionally, but had never written any horn music. And when John Schruckengost told me about the Rona, I said, I should write a horn quartet for you guys. And I said, would you play it? And he said, of course. I thought, well, fantastic. Because that's who I write for. I write for people who will play my music. During the pandemic, I also wrote a horn trio for horn, baritone voice, and piano, and a set of encores called the 5 Encores for solo horn and piano. So it was a very fruitful time for me. And I was, once the Rona started sharing their takes with me, I was inspired even further because they're such a fine group of musicians. So I hope you'll enjoy Three Bagatelles, and thank you so much for your time.
Facebook had a memory pop up for me last week, and it was the 1 year anniversary of our first reading, which turned into a rehearsal, which turned into a full-fledged chamber music group. I think about all of our accomplishments over the last year. We've had, I think, over 80 arrangements in-house. We've arranged over 80 tunes. We did numerous concerts in the park, free, several block party concerts, 3 full-length virtual holiday concerts, a Christmas, a Valentine's, and a spring concert. And we had 2 pieces written specifically for us. I think if I could say anything about this last year and being a musician is that being flexible was key. We learned new programs. We used the mics, the phones, the lights we had. We set a goal to share our music, and we just went after it. And I think that if you have something and that need in you to share music, then nothing can stop you, and nothing will stop your audience from getting to you either.